Have you ever found yourself deep in the woods, feeling like you're being watched, but you just can't shake the feeling? Those eerie sounds and shadows can really play tricks on your mind. Entering a forest can be a humbling experience. The towering trees, the rustling leaves, and the sounds of the wild create an atmosphere that's both breathtaking and unnerving. There's something primal about being surrounded by nature, something that taps into our deepest fears. The isolation and vastness of forests can amplify fear, making even the most rational person question their sanity. Being lost in the forest can be a psychological nightmare. The sense of disorientation, the fear of the unknown, and the feeling of being completely cut off from civilization can drive people to the edge. It's easy to see how eerie tales and urban legends arise from such experiences. The human mind is wired to respond to fear, and when we're faced with the unknown, our imagination can run wild. The forest, with its twisting paths and dark shadows, becomes a labyrinth of terrors, where the most rational person can start to believe in monsters. Imagine walking through the forest, the only sound being the crunch of leaves and twigs beneath your feet. You're aware of every movement, every snap of a branch, every hooting of an owl. Suddenly, you hear a rustling in the bushes, and your heart starts racing. You're not sure what's making that noise, but your mind is racing with possibilities. This is the kind of psychological horror that forests can inspire, a horror that's rooted in the unknown and the unseen. The forest has a way of playing tricks on your mind, making you question what's real and what's just your imagination. It's easy to see how people can become convinced that they've seen ghosts, monsters, or other supernatural creatures lurking in the shadows. The forest is a master of psychological manipulation, and those who venture into its depths must be prepared to face their deepest fears. In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, there's a place called the Devil's Backbone, where hikers have reported strange occurrences and sightings. Some claim to have seen ghostly apparitions, while others have heard disembodied voices whispering in the wind. The area is notorious for its unexplained phenomena, and many have ventured into those woods, never to return. This is just one example of the kind of gripping forest horror stories that chill us to the bone. Deep in the Pacific Northwest, there's a forest so dense and foreboding that even the most seasoned hikers avoid it. The locals call it the Shadow Woods, a place where the trees seem to move of their own accord and the darkness is alive. Legend has it that anyone who ventures into the Shadow Woods will never find their way out, doomed to roam the woods forever, searching for a way back to civilization. These are the kind of stories that make us wonder about the supernatural forces that lurk in the forest, waiting to pounce. In the depths of the Amazon rainforest, there's a place called the Cavern of Lost Souls, where strange rituals and human sacrifices took place centuries ago. The locals claim that the spirits of the dead still roam those woods, seeking revenge on the living. This is the kind of forest horror story that'll keep you up all night, wondering about the dark secrets that lie hidden in the jungle. But there's one story that encapsulates the essence of forest horror, a story that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. It's the story of a group of friends who ventured into the forest, seeking a legendary waterfall. As they journeyed deeper into the woods, they started to realize that they were not alone. They heard whispers in the wind, saw shadows moving in the trees, and felt an eerie presence lurking just out of sight. One by one, they started to disappear, until only one was left, stumbling through the forest, desperate to find a way out. But the forest had other plans, and the last one standing was forced to confront the ultimate horror, the darkness within themselves. The forest has a way of tapping into our deepest fears, of making us confront the unknown and the unseen. Whether it's the psychological horror of being lost, the supernatural terror of ghostly apparitions, or the sheer dread of being alone in the woods, forest horror stories have a way of getting under our skin. The tales we've shared tonight will haunt you long after the lights go out, and you'll find yourself wondering about the dark secrets that lie hidden in those woods. If you've had a forest horror experience, or if you have a horror theme you'd like to see explored in a future video, leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and who knows, your story might just be the inspiration for our next video.